I'm going to go ahead and start streaming to YouTube's.
Hey, Shep, I'm looking forward to this week working with you.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
It's going to be
Pleasure to be acquainted, by the way, Shep. I'm Jacob, who's going to be hosting the show.
I'm
Friday.
Jason.
Oh, okay. Okay, so is it like a co-host situation or?
No, Jason's not funny enough to be on the show with us, so it's going to be just me.
Damn, that was hard.
We started early. Okay.
All right. So, Mo, you've been on the show before. You know how this works. Shep.
Yes.
I'm gonna after I start the recording, I'm gonna hit some music. You're not gonna hear it, so there's gonna be a couple of seconds of awkward silence, and then we'll come in. We'll introduce you, and then we'll just have a really good conversation for a little while. How does that sound?
Sounds great. All right.
All right, ready to do this, Jacob? Ready? Are you done eating your freaking sandwich now?
No, dude. What the fuck? Who do you think I am? I'm gonna eat it during the show. You think I'm a professional?
Is that a second sandwich?
Yeah, it's a second sandwich, dude.
Jesus
Who do you think I am?
Christ, Jacob.
You think I'm rolling with one sandwich, Mo?
Dude, had some of the grease off that bacon. That's getting me clogged already looking at you.
I'm gonna eat this, and then Mo's gonna drop dead.
All right,
bacon on a voodoo dog.
let's start this show. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that music can only mean one thing. It is time for the OpenMicersPodcast. My name is Jason Robbins.
I'm Jacob Craig. I'm eating a grilled cheese sandwich. Our guest tonight, we got a 2-for-1 special. You buy one guest, you get one free, guys.
Hey. Don't say anything.
I knew it as soon as I said it, Mo. I heard it as soon as I said it.
One free when black people are involved, dude. That's just wrong.
Well, that's how it works on this show. When we have black people on, we have to have them all on the same episode so we can't spread them out.
You can't say you buy one, get one free. You can't do that, you racist son of a bitch. Come on, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Look, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh, this is going to get taken out of context on TikTok later.
Yeah.
Anyways,
already
one of us has to bear children, so I can see how the logic could work. Buy one, get one. I get it.
Well, we have two fabulous guests coming on tonight. Two very funny guests, by the way. One is a New Orleans local who is an absolute killer on the scene, headlining shows all over New Orleans and Louisiana. We have the fabulous comedian Shepkelly coming on the show. How you doing, Shep?
Woo, I'm doing amazing.
Thank you so much for being here. And on his third appearance, the trifecta. The man himself. From Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. He's been on Bill Maher. He's been on the award-winning OpenMicersPodcast. It's Moalexander, everybody. How you doing, Mo?
What is up, my brother? Eating them? You're not even eating a grilled cheese. You're eating a melt, you son of a bitch. You tell it like it is. If you add bacon to it, it's a melt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is really melty too. And I didn't get the butter quite right on it, so I'm really just eating buttery bread. It's not like grilled all the way because I was impatient with it.
See, you just look. I'm a big dude and I'm healthy as hell right now. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna drop dead at 27 because you stupid. You over here eating butter and just sweaty ass bacon at the same time on a slightly melted cheese. The only kind of healthy thing you got onions, but you grill those bitches in there too.
Well, here's what we could do, Mo. Here's the plan. Jacob's still pretty young, right? You're what, like 22, Jacob?
23, yeah.
23. So, Mo, Jacob's mom is now newly single. So,
oh, no, trust me. I know. I heard about that. And I'm like,
you can go create a new Jacob for us. Then he'll be ready to podcast in a few years, and he'll be my replacement.
Tell mom her big brown teddy bear is coming back.
Mo, I was gonna actually bring this up on the show.
Yeah.
And since we're already on the topic, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
Friend to friend.
Yeah.
Man to man.
Yeah.
Mo,
yes, I would fuck your mom.
Please don't fuck my mom, man.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jacob. I love you,
Please.
but I'm sorry. I mean, I'll try to bring her back to the hotel so you don't have to hear it, but I can't promise anything.
I live in a trailer with paper thin walls. I'll hear it.
All right.
You gonna tap to the wall when you hear it? Come here and just tear the wall in.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt out of that. That's gonna say Moalexander, comma, please don't fuck my mom, Jacob Craig.
Or we should make the T-shirt Moalexander fucked my mom and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Shep, are you out here fucking moms? What's up with you?
It depends on who you ask. Right now, technically yes, that's what I'm doing. Yep, technically yes, but the kids aren't grown enough to notice what we're doing. So
there you go.
You know, I can absolve myself of any.
So Shep's, you going for them young moms, huh?
I'm young. I'm 43 years old. I don't know. Nobody I know got grown kids. Which actually, I did date a woman who had a teenage son, but he tried to uppercut me, and I realized I wasn't the man of the house, so I left. So I don't do that anymore. Nope.
So basically, what you're saying is, Shep, this podcast today is full of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's what you tried to say.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Hey, I fuck a mother almost every night.
Damn.
I don't
I'm the only one who can claim that.
I don't even want to know what this is. What is this supposed to mean, sir? What are you talking about?
The mother of my child, Moalexander.
Wait, you reproduced?
Oh,
Unfortunately, yes.
What?
Oh my goodness.
You didn't know this? I thought we discussed this on the show before.
Dude, I drink tequila. I don't remember this. You have a child?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've managed to spawn seed onto the earth.
Oh my God. Okay, never mind. Did I meet her? Did I meet your baby mama or your girlfriend or whatever you like to call her?
I don't think so, no.
You can bring her to the show this week?
Probably not, because someone has to watch the kid. So it's probably going to be me and my mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shep, you missed it. The last time we were there, me and one of my girlfriends were hitting on his mom both at the same time.
Oh,
yeah! You can't double up on her.
Yeah, we can. Tag team, back again.
Dude, I told you. Jacob, let your mom live her life. You know, she's got to live her best life now.
Yeah, she's free now. I'm sorry about the loss of your father, but she's free and she's open. And she was down with some of the stuff, but she was like, "I'm married. I can't do that right now. I'm married. The hell, you're married, but you're a widower. So now we can go out and do some shit. Come on, girl. I'm bringing the duct tape.
Been dead for a month. I still have his ashes.
Sprinkle them on your ass and be ashy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see who's plus one your mom's gonna be. Is it gonna be Mo's? Mo's
probably gonna have plus 6 or 7. Goddamn.
Yeah. I'm partying. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what have you been up to since the last time you were in Mississippi?
Dude, last week I just got. Oh God, the past 2 weeks have been insane. I was in Boise, Idaho last week for the first time ever. I ran off a table of Proud Boys, which makes me happy as hell.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
They got mad at my act. They're like, "You suck. You're calm. Your jokes are woke." And I'm like, "I think you mispronounced hilarious. Go fuck yourself." And they all walked out and they were trying to yell shit back at me. And the bartender was like, "Go fuck yourself, boys. We got your money anyway." And Boise is a really cool little place because I thought it was just like a big racist town, and then there was a black person at the airport and we hugged each other. And no, everybody every time I brought up racism, for the most part, they're like, "Oh no, that's up north. We're pretty much cool down here." And most of the crowd got pissed at the Proud Boys. They're at the show anyway, and they were just like, "Yeah, fuck all of them. We're cool. We're hanging out." But I just got back from Louisville, Kentucky today. Louisville, Kentucky today, and that's it. I'm on the show with you guys, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's up with me. I'm just traveling. I'm trying to write a new hour. I got about 20 minutes of new stuff that I really enjoy, maybe 25 because of this past weekend. But I'm just, there's always stuff you write that you can throw away because I have so much of the throwaway stuff that happens just, 24 hours, bam, let's forget about it. But I'm trying to write that new hour, that new solid hour that's going to hurt people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's always the good goal of solid comedy is to fucking hurt people.
I want people to be hurt. I want people to pee themselves. I want people to like, oh my God, I gotta go poop. I gotta leave. I can't. Oh God, he made me hurt myself. So, yeah.
Shep, what have you been doing? What have you been doing on the local scene?
It's funny that you keep saying local. Yes, I am local to New Orleans, but I perform everywhere. As a matter of fact, locally, we did the LGBT LOL Comedy Fest this past weekend in New Orleans. That was dope. I got to headline one of those nights. And it was also my birthday week. So I did like a birthday roast.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm a Gemini, so I'm nuts, right? Absolutely
Hey, me too.
nuts. We had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time. A lot of comics got up and roasted me and everything. It was nice, pretty, sexy. And next week I'll be in New York for the Black Women in Comedy Festival.
Oh, cool.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
About 7 days. That's gonna be nice. And then I'm in that trip with the Newark Film Festival. Newark International Film Festival. That's gonna be a thing. Then I'll be back here, and then it'll be Essence, and then we'll be doing it all over again, and it'll be great. It'll be Essence Fest. So I'm not sure if y'all familiar with that. I'm not sure your demographic. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Essence Fest, I don't know if white people have ever seen an Essence magazine, but that's
Oh, I'm old enough to remember Essence and Ebony. I used to see them all the time.
Still a magazine. Like they still have Essence magazines. It's not Jet. Jet is gone.
Jet is gone. Jet, they let Jet go. They're like, Jet was like the little stepsister. Like, look, you gotta go, girl. We can't have you around here. But Essence, you feel good. You feel good.
Jet and Ebony are gone. Essence is still here.
I am whiter than the grilled cheese I just ate. I have no idea what Essence is.
Well, you ever heard of R&B music?
Yes, I've heard of it. Yes.
Okay, all right, good. Well, let's start there. So Essence is a music festival, right?
Okay.
And so it's pretty much predominantly like a platform for African American, Black, non-white, or minority artists, right? Just so that we have publication, because if you think about it, publication-wise, I mean, if you look at all the magazines, People, Cosmopolitan, all these, you know what I'm saying, there's very little Black representation. It's sort of like how MTV was, right? And then they had to have MTV and then, BET and all that stuff so that we could see representation, whatever. So same way, music-wise, except Essence has been coming to New Orleans every year, 4th of July weekend for 25 years. And just big, heavy headliners, Nicki Minaj, Janet Jackson, Prince has even done it. Like, it's a real thing. And, it's funny that you say this. Like, I talked to I work from home, as you can see. Like, this is my real office right here. But I was talking to some of my coworkers about, like, just a couple of things I thought were, like, public knowledge. Like, the weekend Cicely Tyson died. And they were like, who's that? And I'm like, you don't know who Cicely Tyson is? I mean, Cicely Tyson's just, epic. Black actress. And they're like, nope, never heard of it, And I'm like, Martin, you gotta be trash. Yeah, I mean, she was like 92 years old. She did all these movies. She's in all these things. And they're like, nope, never heard of it. I'm like,
the next time you run into a white person that doesn't know who Cicely Tyson is, just be like, oh, she was in Because of Winn-Dixie.
Oh my God.
And then they'll get it.
Man, that's a crazy thing. But either way, I'm just happy to be a part of all of the big things. And I'm glad that some of those platforms exist so that I can be on them.
Hell yeah.
Are you working are you performing at Essence Fest?
I did last year. I haven't gotten a call about it yet, but I'm pretty sure something's going down. I got my own shows that I got a first Friday and a first Saturday that I do every month, and it just so happens that Essence happens on the first Friday and the first Saturday for me. So I got a lot of comics coming in, and we're gonna, we got some really good shows, comics from kind of everywhere, really good shows set up. It's pretty nice. And if Essence calls me, then I'll just go do that after I do my show. Yeah. But the first night of Essence, so that'll be 30th of June. I'll be on the cover of Exposed magazine. They did an article on me and everything. It's great. It's not Essence. It's Exposed.
Hey! It's a stepping stone to Essence.
Yes. So it'll be great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited about all of
it. Very cool.
So the shows you do at the first and the end of every month, are those just regular open mics, or are those actual? No.
Those are book shows. And my first Fridays are so they're book comics. I leave a little wiggle room in the top of the show for maybe a guest spot or like a local comic to do their spot. But for the most part, they're comics are flown in, feature, headline, and then in the middle of those shows, or actually right before the headliner, we'll have like a New Orleans native artist So you could be a singer, rapper, spoken word artist. There was a woman who did my show last month where her actual name is the woman who paints and sings. So she sings a song while she's doing a painting in her set. And so it's pretty nice. The name of that show is the All-Star Comedy Show. That's SHEAUX. And my comedy, I guess, platform for all my shows is Showtime Comedy on Facebook. So it's SHEAUXTYME on Facebook. And I got all my shows listed there. So that's a pretty dope situation. First Saturdays is pretty much the same lineup without the artists. Maybe we swap out an opener or two. But it's so that it's at Comedy House NOLA, so it's at a different venue, so that comics have a chance to perform at an actual comedy club in New Orleans and not just came to do a spot. So
That's a fun little club.
It is.
That was the last time I saw you, wasn't it? That was the last time I saw you that night the bullshit went down.
Yes, that was hilarious. Oh my god, too hilarious, man. Oh my god.
Woo,
I think he should tell the story.
I still want. If I see that boy again, I'm just gonna punch him dead in his neck.
That's what I think. I think you should.
Woo. Okay.
I get his legs.
Oh, you that with me on this one? You with me on this? All right, good. I guess. Oh, he.
Yeah.
Mo, you have to tell us what happened. I've never seen you want to genuinely hurt somebody before.
Oh, I'm not gonna name names, but I was doing a festival down there, and I was the 9 o'clock headliner, and the 7 o'clock headliner decided to this 7 o'clock nobody, I should say, decided to try to tell me what I could do with doing my show, and he comes up because the way they had it arranged, I was gonna go up and do like 10-15 minutes on his show. He was gonna do 15 on my show, and he asked me, "Hey man, you mind if I sell merch?" Hell no, go ahead and make some money. Then he had the bitch move to have the owners come back to the back green room like, "Hey Mo, do you mind not selling merch during his show?" Excuse me? Did he? Yes, I mind. I'll be selling merch. Then they came back. Do you mind not doing crowd work on the? Man, fuck this boy. Fuck him. Yes. So then, because I've been doing this way longer than he was. He does not respect the authority. And I walked out with my shirt on my. I walked to the venue with my shirt on my neck, like walk in there. He's like, "Hey man, we need to talk about this merch selling plan." Like, yes, we should talk about it. Like, I'll be selling right over here. Now, if you have a problem with that, you can go fuck yourself. And it almost came to blows in the middle of the street. But he's like a little bitty. He's like 3 inches taller than a midget. So if I almost like punch him over his head the whole time when I was trying to get him, he didn't have to duck. So it just got real ugly real quick. And I don't take disrespect like that. And Shep saw some of that bullshit. And I'm just like, I can't. I'm about to punch somebody in the throat. For real. I'm a nice man until you piss me off. And this boy pissed me off. Because first of all, it was so funny to me. He's in the green room like, I don't want anybody to see me before the show. Nigga, nobody knows you. Sit your ass down. Sit your little bitch ass down. Trying to hide. My family's here. Good. Say hi to your family. They know what you look like. Don't hide, bitch. Go ahead. I don't want people to understand. I'm like, shut the. Can I stand him? Can I stand it? I never even heard. Here's the thing. People have heard about me all over the country. They know my name. Everybody I bring this boy's name up to that week afterwards, they're like, "Who the fuck is that?" I'm like, exactly. No one knows him, and he thinks. Anyway, I'm sorry.
It's a terrible situation. When I heard about it, the part that threw me is that he asked you to sell merch.
Yes.
To your show.
Yes.
And then he refused to refused to let you sell merch at his show.
His show. Yes. How does that work out? You have the nerve to say, "Oh, you mind if I?" No, I'll give you full health. You can sit at the table with me. We can sell. And he's like, "You can't sell at my show, nigga. You ain't that important. You need to be quiet. You little big, tall, midget-looking motherfucker."
And is this somebody who's like local to New Orleans, or is this like an actual road person?
So he lives in LA. He's from New Orleans, but he lives in LA. Right, and so like he comes back to New Orleans with this LA air, which is fine. You can do whatever you want, but mistreating people is just not what we do. This is not, you know what I'm saying. And so it was kind of weird. But I did hear a tidbit of something else that went on between him and somebody else.
Tell the truth, please.
Yes, no, I'm gonna tell you. So he approached a woman comic that
This isn't going to be good. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So they exchanged numbers because of how you tell a comic, hey, well, not even numbers. I'm sorry. They exchanged socials.
Yeah.
How you're trying to link, and so right after they exchanged socials, while the night's going on and everything, he DMs her and he goes, hey, just so you know, I mean, no disrespect, but I like fucking fat girls. That's what he said. And so she was like, what? Like, I just met you. I'm a comic. You're a comic. Like, what's going on? He's like, come on. I won't tell anybody. And so then, like, he sends her a couple messages, like, on some, because she wasn't, picking up on his advance or accepting his advance. He's like, I mean, I'm famous. You should be honored to want to sleep with me. And he sent all these weird, like, just disrespectful comments to her, like, you ain't shit. I hope you choke on a chicken bone and die, all this stuff. And then he deletes all the messages. You can see, like, she showed me. You can see the unsent the message, like, all in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was.
Oh, wow.
It was nuts before she could really screenshot it. So I'm thinking, based off of all these things that happened that night, I think he just probably has a drug problem.
Okay.
That's probably it.
Nobody acts like that. Like,
yeah. Okay. That's damn. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Because that doesn't make sense. Like, if I'm this, because I've seen big headliners say things like, I don't want you to talk about this or this or this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever. They're not trying to like befriend you or work any kind of deal with you. Like, mind if I sell merch at your show? But don't you sell none at mine? Like, that's coke behavior.
Yep. I agree. I appreciate you saying it, because I knew it wasn't just me, because I'm like, I'm crazy, but this is stupid. What the hell is wrong with you, boy?
Oh my God.
My most fun I had that night was going off on the second show talking about his ass, but not mentioning the name. I was like, some people just a bitch.
We all knew. Yep. I was there. Man, I laughed so damn loud. Ugh. I think I startled the people in the row beside me. Because they didn't know the situation, but I did. So it just
it was just for the people who knew. Occasionally I do jokes just for the people in the know, but they knew I was mad. They knew I was mad because I was like, it takes a lot to piss me off, and he did it so easily.
Yeah,
there's a certain type of personality too, because it's not just in comedy; it's in music too. I've had to deal with the kind of people that are. As soon as they get like a little, like just tiny taste of any kind of success, it like completely just inflates whatever ego they already have and just turns them into a complete asshole. And I just don't, I can't understand how that happens.
Well, as Rick James once said, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it is.
I've never done cocaine, so I don't know what it feels like.
I've literally only done cocaine 3 times in my entire life. Once I was in Baton Rouge. 2, I was in I don't remember where the second was, but the third time I was in the Bahamas. And it was in the Bahamas after I came back from dying and everything. I was still in the wheelchair trying to walk around. And we were playing blackjack at 3:00 in the morning. I've got like three glasses of whiskey in front of me. I'm doubling down on everything. It was the dumbest night of my life. And then the next day I woke up just in time to do the show. The show was at 9:00 at night. I made it to the show, and my hair hurt. My hair literally hurt.
Oh my God.
That's how much pain I was in. Everything in my body hurt, but my hair stood up just like, ow. Went back, did the show, survived the show, came back to the room, passed out. Thank God the next day was a day off because I went to bed and didn't wake up until 9:00 at night again. I'm just like, I'm never doing this ever again.
See, that's why I've never done it, because everybody I know that's done it says like it's great while it's happening, but then like the come down is just the worst.
My hair hurt. I've never had my hair hurt. It was like follicles.
And I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say, yeah, I did it 3 times. Once from 1994 to 1997.
No.
Oh man, that's dope. I'm actually from Miami, right? So like, I never did coke, nothing like that. But like my introduction to that lifestyle, it just was so different. Like, it was presented to me differently. Like in Miami, they got pure cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Where like people are like professionals, doctors, lawyers, whatever, and they're just like, or athletes or whatever. Like everybody's. I mean, y'all have heard of the Dallas Cowboys, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was just like, when people were like, yeah, they do coke. I can't believe it. I'm like, what? They want to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, that was the way you became somebody. I mean, a doctor, lawyer, athlete, whatever. And we really just thought that our crackheads were athletes. They weren't. But they ran really fast, and we're like, damn, there he goes again. The kids in the neighborhood running after. We're chasing crackheads. You know what I'm saying? We're racing crackheads. Sometimes they jump from like the ground to the roof, and we're like, that's dope. When I grow up, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing that.
And the NFL should really stop testing for cocaine, and then we should like really see how the Super Bowl shakes out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down with that. I am down with that. I want every drug to be legal for every football player, and I want to have 50-yard ticket to that game. I want to see everything because that's the first game you can see somebody's head get knocked off for real. It's gonna be great. But I wish they had done like 20 years ago when those players like LT was still in there and Michael Vick and all those guys. I wish that's the cocaine era I want to see.
Yeah, but you see those videos of him, like LT back in the day when he would tackle somebody, it would just like, he would try to murder them on the field.
Yeah. I think he played for the Hurricanes.
Yeah. See?
Trying to tell you.
You know what? You know it'd be cool to I just thought of this. You know it'd be cool to have? I want Madden to have a cocaine mode. Madden 2024 cocaine mode. Come on, that'd be awesome right there.
Dude, I would
they should have like a manager edition of it where you like liquidate all of your assets for drugs.
That's a hidden game in the back. That's an extra level.
I just saw somewhere that Chris Christie was running for something again. I'm like, after they catch you doing coke, I think your career is over. Like, I don't think you should be able to go back in there and do, like, that's crazy. Yeah. Otherwise,
not these days.
Well, but then you had Rob Ford, who was just openly smoking crack as the mayor of Toronto, and everyone was like, the economy's amazing. Whatever he's doing is working. Smoke more crack, Rob Ford.
What?
Well, look at Marion Barry. He was caught back in the day with hookers and crack, and he still got reelected to mayor of D.C. like 3
times. Yeah, because they're like, he's pimping.
That's how good a mayor he was, though. He was on crack with hoes, and he was like, you know what? We imbalanced this budget, so let me smoke a little of this crack. Let me eat a bit of your crack. Come here, girl. Come here. Let me smoke some crack off your crack.
The situation was a little bit different. I don't think he was an actual crack head, right? No. Here's why I say that. One, FBI spent $1.something million to set that case up. Now, I don't know if y'all know anything about sting operations. They don't cost that much.
Nope.
They don't cost that much. So then in the video, the guy, Marion Barry, is like, hey, you want to have sex? And she's like, well, yeah, hold on. Hit this. And he's like, what's this? Crackheads have never asked what a crack pipe was.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, he might have said something like, not right now, or, I'm trying to run. He said, what is this? And then as soon as he hit it to his lips, the room gets busted and opened. Now, I'm no conspiracy theorist. But find me a crackhead who don't know what a crack pipe is. Just one.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. That was a setup. I always say that was a setup from day one. I was like, nah, this ain't real. This ain't real. He set this man up. He was trying to get some ass, and he was like, okay, you can have some of this if you smoke some of this. And he was like, all right, let's go.
Right. Exactly. He just, he got a bad end of the deal right there. I know exactly what happened, but I don't want to get too serious.
All right.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Conspiracy Cast.
I like the little crack rabbit hole we went down.
Yeah, no, crack will take you down the rabbit hole whether you want to go or not. It's a real thing.
Crack will take you into the whole fucking wonderland.
Yeah.
David,
crack has grilled cheese sandwiches. Yeah. For no reason. Back to back. Like he don't have arteries to protect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, I mean, I feel like if I was doing crack, that'd be a good excuse. The fact that I'm doing it dead fucking sober is just like makes me a horrible person, and I'll admit it.
I seen them grilled cheese sandwiches. I was like, let me hydrate because that's going.
Yeah, I know. So the boy got problems. The boy got issues. I keep trying to tell him that. Yeah. I keep trying to tell him. So David Spade and a comic named Rich Voss and I all have the exact same road story about another comic. We have the exact same road story, and it's so messed up because apparently he did this to everywhere he went. There used to be a guy around in the industry years ago named Frankie Bastille. He's been dead for like maybe 15 years now, but he was legendary for his drug use. I mean, legendary. He would be just messed up out of his mind, and like the bell would ring. He had to go on stage, and he'd do 45 minutes of some of the funniest stuff you ever see. Then he'd walk off stage and be like, and when he came to Memphis, I used to be the comic that took all the comics to all out of town comics to the strip bars and stuff. So he comes up to me, all raspy voice. Hey Mo, I need you to take my cousin's house. You got to understand, I'm new in the game. I'm still stupid. This is a little old white dude. And he's like, I need you to take me to my cousin's house. And I don't think, okay, maybe he really got family here. I took him to the darkest, most frightening part of Memphis. Places I was driving at like midnight, like I need to lock my door and get another lock for my door. And we come up to this one area. He's a guy standing on the street corner. He's like, "That's it. That's his house right here." And I'm like, "Yeah, you ain't got no family in this neighborhood. This is no. This is North Memphis. No." And he comes in. He goes into this person's house, and he's in there for like 10 minutes. People starting to walk around my car. I'm like, I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed. This is my mama's car. I'm about to get killed in my mama's car at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's stupid. He comes out, starts yelling and screaming at them, acting like he something wrong. Jumps in my car. He's like, "Fuck that nigga. Let's all go." And he left. And we left. And like 3 seconds later, he's talking about how his cousin was bullshit. And then he just lights up a crack pipe in my car. Just lights up a crack pipe in my mama's car. And I'm looking at him like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, did you want some? I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, it's my mama's car. I gotta get back in 103 hours. What are you doing? What are you doing?"
So what does it smell like?
Excuse me for being uninitiated. I was got the same question. What does crack smell like?
Collard greens.
No.
I was gonna say burning plastic. I was gonna say burning plastic to me, but that's what I smelled. I was just trying.
Y'all ever had like some real collard greens being made for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I know I shouldn't even know that, but I do. Telling you, Shep, just like collard greens.
I love you, Shep.
That's what. Now, next time somebody cooking greens, you're gonna be like, I can see.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get you.
Yeah. It's definitely collard greens.
So the next time I'm cooking collard greens, I just hope my neighbors don't think I'm smoking crack.
But see, you got to think about it. You know how like white people have like kale salad? Y'all have gone on this trend. You're like, everything's got to be kale salad. Collard greens is like our kale salad. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's only one specific way it's gonna go. You can't just get like big kale leaves and chop them up and think it's gonna be. No, you gotta have the fucking craisins in it and all the other shit y'all put in y'all. With collard greens, you gotta have the right shit. You gotta have like a hog maw foot in the shit. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying? But, so your collard greens might not smell like crack.
Well, I put it in our show notes that collard greens is kale salad for black people.
It is. You know what? I got a funny story. I have one funny story. I'm at a mic called Ugly Dog here in New Orleans, right? I'm always feeling like if people were at a comedy show, then they should know I'm a crack jokes, right? I go to the bar to get me some food. They had ribs, they had collard greens and all that. Got my food. There was a white couple sitting next to me. And they just, you know how white people are, like, "Oh, your hair," and they start smelling me and shit. I'm like, "Oh my god, what I don't take on." Right, so my food comes, and they're like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's collard greens." They said, "Collard greens?" I said, "Black people salad." And they were like, "Black people salad." I said, "Yeah." So you want to taste it? Sure enough, they taste the fucking collard greens. We go back in the comedy show. They're telling people, "Have y'all ever had black people salad?" Right I died on this side. This shit was crazy. Yeah.
Hold on. I got to say this real quick. You made me just laugh so hard, Shep, when you said craisins in the kale salad. You said craisin you put the craisins. You said that about it. Oh, God. She didn't get ready. She went craisins.
You know how it is. You know how this shit is. Everything tastes all watercressy. I don't even know what that means, but you know what I don't either. You felt it in your salad.
And somebody tried to feed me some kale once, and I'm just like, "What is this?" This is what non-binary food group did you find this in? This ain't right. What is nobody's supposed to eat this? You know I'm weird and I have a pet possum and that little son of a bitch tried to eat it and looked at me like, nigga, what did you give me? What is this? I'm not and just walked away. He's like, I need some where's my rat? This is some bullshit. I ain't eating this bullshit.
You know what? You ever see this little ad on social media called colon broom?
Yes.
That's kale salad.
Yeah, okay.
That will sweep your colon.
I don't need a chimney sweeping my asshole today, thank you. I do not need that. I do not need chimney coming down my chim.
You know,
I don't think I'm old enough to get the ads for colon brooms.
I'm just saying. I mean, you gonna start getting them eating the shit you eat.
My colon stays rinsed out. Barely anything in there.
You know, I know kale's good for you, and I try to put it in stuff to where I don't have to taste it. Like, I'll put it in some smoothies or something, and still, it's so disgusting, and I have to just force myself to drink it down. Like, I hate it.
It literally tastes like a fake Christmas tree from, like, 1973. That's the consistency of a piece of kale. I had a Christmas tree from 1973 when I was a kid, and it felt just like that. Just, ugh.
It's like plastic. It's like green plastic.
1973 Christmas tree. That's what I'm trying to tell you, motherfuckers. You don't listen.
It's a broom for your colon.
Have you ever seen that old advertisement? That reminds me, there's an old advertisement from like the 40s or some shit trying to get people to eat more. Shit. No.
Yeah.
Freaking celery. And there's this drawing of a dude, and he's like bent over, and there's a piece of celery, like a cartoon piece of celery with like a giant toothbrush sticking it in his ass. And it says celery is like a toothbrush for your colon.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
No, I missed that commercial, thankfully.
that one didn't go to review. That one went straight to print.
Right.
That was that dude's last day on the job. He's like, fuck it, let's push it out there.
Right.
Dude, was this like in the Mad Men era of advertising where they're just fucking doing lines and drinking scotch and be like, yeah, the celery ass one, fucking print that.
Yeah, it's like an old advertisement. I'm going to look it up and see if I can find it real quick.
Oh, it's going to take 20 years, dude. Jason can't fucking Google for shit.
Toothbrush.
I guarantee that any one of us could find this fucking whatever this is faster than Jason.
Hell yeah.
Wipe your greasy bacon having hands off the thing and try to find it, Jacob. Go ahead. I'm giving you the assignment. Find it, Jacob.
I already found it. All right.
You found it?
All right, well, you also got like a 2-minute head start. So.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to post this in our chat here.
All right.
Where's the chat? Let's see.
Man, that's crazy.
Let's see what you got here, people.
Right.
Hold on. What the hell?
Image.
Oh man,
Jason, you need to put this up in post.
Oh my!
Oh no! I thought it was gonna. I envisioned like the actual celery going in the butt, and somehow this is worse.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. Now, but it's a celery stalk using a toothbrush in a dude's asshole.
Yeah,
and for some reason the celery is Italian.
Right.
Is anyone else getting that? The celery is Italian.
All right, I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna put it up on our Instagram.
Somebody should make this into a promo post for a comedy show right here.
You know, I feel like celery is just mature lettuce.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's lettuce on its third marriage.
Yeah. Back in my day, I used to let people put ranch on me too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's hilarious.
I can be whatever you want me to be, baby.
I'm posting peanut butter on me right now, and I'm tagging y'all in it.
That's fine. Tag me, baby.
I need that for sure. Oh my God! As soon as you tag me in it, people gonna know I was on the White People Podcast. Just so you know. This is definitely, you was doing it for TV.
You're like, what the hell?
Oh man. That's
You know,
funny.
Shep, you understand how much I look forward to this Friday night. So stupid, because I know you so stupid. You ain't got nothing but love and respect for me. I want you to know that right now. And
Telling you right now, it's gonna
girl,
be crazy. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I don't think I've ever done the juke joint. How is it? What's the atmosphere?
it's outside.
I was
Well,
outside.
we're doing it inside now. We're gonna do this show inside.
Really?
Yeah, not my call. We're doing it inside.
I don't want to do it outside. Let's have some raccoons running around. I want to find a raccoon.
Nice.
We can definitely hunt down some raccoons, but
All
it's
right.
gonna be only white people there. So
as long as they call them raccoon, then we're fine.
yeah, right.
Nobody doing the coon thing. Hey,
Right.
We've had comics like that from like up north on the podcast before, and we'll be like talking about literal raccoons, and they'll say it, and I'll be like, when you come down here, don't say that. Just don't put the rack on it. You got to put the rack on it.
I was doing a radio show today. On Mondays, I do a radio show here in Memphis, but today I found out that in the vein of Cocaine Bear, they're making a movie called Hold Up Everything. Raccoon, yes, about a raccoon who found some crack, and they're making this. I swear to God, this is happening, and I think it's supposed. I don't know if it's going to be. It sounds like a sci-fi channel movie, but I think they're trying to. Yeah, raccoon.
Hold on. No, science here. Basic science here. If you find crack and you eat crack, you're not gonna get crackhead high.
No, I know that. I understand that. I get that.
So this raccoon or crackoon has to have thumbs for one, because you need something to hold a crack pipe.
Well, raccoons, they do have an opposable thumb. So,
they do have thumbs.
And they got to figure out that you have to light this shit. Like, I get it when the bear found cocaine. Like, anybody can breathe in powder.
Yeah.
But these raccoons better know how to light a pipe.
I'm sure they have some possum associates who have an extra spare thumb if they don't have one.
Okay, yeah, I'm with it.
There's so much wrong going on in this writer's room where they sit down and are like, all right, what animal can smoke crack, guys? Give me options.
Hold on, Jacob, you forgot. First thing they do is put down the crack pipe and say, hey, I got an idea.
Right.
Yeah, right. Crackoon.
Right. Yeah. And then it's just the way it sounds. Like, listen, I know these people aren't doing this to be, personal or anything like that, but like I personally right now I don't have a Ford because I've heard of Coons Ford, and I was like I can't. And it's Coons with a K. It's their family name, Coons Ford. It's like it's national. I've seen it in different places. And I'm like I can't buy a Ford. I cannot buy a Ford because I feel like one day I'm gonna have to go into Coons Ford for service, and I just can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I understand your pain there. You can't do that. There's certain things you can't do. And Coons Ford is one of them. Hey, you can't do that. You can't even do a fake. Hey, y'all, this is Moalexander for Coons Ford. No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
But hey, we could come up with one of those sci-fi movies that would be like Crackoon or what's the one with the
preferably not like Crackoon,
gator?
But yeah.
What could we come up with? What hasn't been done yet? So we got let's see. They've used cocaine. They've used meth. They used crack. What's left?
Maybe like ecstasy or what's the new rappers? They're doing Molly and Percocet now. Like
yeah,
to get but like I wanted to do something. I wanted like what is it? Meth. That's what it is.
Well,
we should do like let me see, like a meth.
Oh, here you go. Meth manatee.
Yeah.
That's what they called me in high school.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. That would be absolutely
meth manatee. Some manatees just floating down the river suddenly ingested a bunch of meth when some meth dealers had to throw over their stash into the lake, and now you got a bunch of hyperactive, toothless manatees running around.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking for shit, because meth heads are always looking for stuff.
Looking for shit, yeah.
You go through a meth person will rob you, but you don't even know you're robbed because they go through shit and just find specific items. So like your toolbox will still be there,
right?
But all the Phillips screwdrivers will be gone.
Just the Phillips.
Just the Phillips.
See, this is why I think this is they're fucked up because I think the meth raccoon would be better because they got their little steely hands.
I got it. We do meth monkeys.
Meth monkeys. That's also
Yeah, that's like Crackoon, man.
That's
You can't do
like
that.
You can't do meth
No, just
monkeys.
imagine like an army of monkeys coming after you that are like high on
Yeah,
meth,
Planet of the
dude.
Apes. Planet of the Apes. You can't.
Monkeys are already crazy because they'll like eat your face off and stuff. Imagine if they're on meth.
Jason, you're making it worse.
Yeah,
Just stop. Just quit while you're ahead.
Y'all ever watch this movie or hear this movie called Birth of a Nation? Tell me that. Tell me that. I'm just saying. So if you haven't, this movie, it's funny to me, but it's not funny. It's funny because what it is in this movie, there are no black people in this movie, right? But what happens is there's a white woman that gets stolen, and I don't know, people run off, or somebody runs off with her, but it's supposed to be a black man. But again, there are no black people in this movie. Everyone who is supposed to be black is in blackface, right? Everyone is supposed to be black, and it's they cause this riot, and they cause this uproar and all this stuff in this movie in the city, in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in real life, a riot starts because of the movie. No black people had any part in the making of the movie. They weren't acting in the movie. They didn't produce the movie, direct the movie, nothing. And then real life riots happen against black people because of the movie.
Jesus.
Like, look how they act. It's like they is not us. That is.
Wait, when did this come out?
Oh, I can. Let me.
This has got to be something like in the 30s or something.
Like
or
2016?
Yeah, no, it absolutely was. It absolutely was.
Yeah.
This is not anything that was new. That's new.
I was thinking like 2016.
Yeah. No. Hell no. No, not that one. Not that one. Let me see here. 1915.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 1915. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find I want to see the. Oh, here we go. I got a link for you. Let me see if I can get. I want to make sure I get the visual for. I want to see that. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can get. I have it, but it's not. I need the link so that you can see the actual. I can't believe this shit. Like, shit was weird. Oh man, hold on. Took me to a different place.
How about heroin hippopotamus?
That's also what they called me in high school.
Shut up.
Hold on. I feel like bath salts shark is a winner.
Yeah, but that's too hard to say.
I thought it was just me because I'm dumb and have a lisp.
No, if you're going to do it, it's going to be bath salt sheep.
Yeah, there we go.
Or bath salt bats.
Bath salt bats. That'll work. Being attacked by flying bats on bath salts, that'd be great. I'd watch that.
See, we could literally write this in Chat GPT. We wouldn't even have to do any work.
Actually,
What about-
we can't right now because of the writer's strike. I'm not crossing any lines.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What about lean lemurs?
Excuse me?
Lean lemurs?
Lean lemurs?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying.
Lemurs. Bunch of lemurs on Costa.
Yeah. All right. D.W. Griffith's Birth of a Nation.
Yep.
Originally called the Klansman.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Why did they get rid of
Why
that?
are you happy about that?
Because I feel like, I don't know. I mean, that would be a better name for it with what they were going for, right?
Right past me?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
One of our goals is to make the transaction as.
Sorry about that. Yeah. No, I'm listening. I got it. There's a YouTube link of the trailer.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh my
Okay,
God. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, this is for future reference. This is not even, you don't have to stop the show for this. Just so you have it.
Oh, I got it.
And of course, this originated in Natchez, Mississippi.
Oh, of
Okay.
course.
Of course, we have to take fucking credit for this.
That's
You
funny.
did
Welcome to Mississippi, the Florida of the South.
it.
Yeah, seriously. Woo. I'm telling you, the only time I've only been pulled over in Mississippi once, and the one time I got pulled over there, it was the best story, y'all. So I get pulled over. I'm coming from a comedy show in Hattiesburg, and so Hattiesburg is probably like an hour and a half from New Orleans.
Mhm.
So I'm driving, and I get pulled over. I have a comic with me. It's a white female comic that I let do a guest spot on the show I was booked on. I get pulled over, and the cop says, "So where are you coming from?" I said, "Well, I'm coming from a comedy show. Is there anything wrong?" He said, "Well, I think I saw you touch the middle line there," and I was like, "I didn't, but okay, whatever." He says, "So you're a comedian?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a comedian." He says, "Well, what's your YouTube?" And I was like, "Well, here's my license and registration because I thought we were dealing with this. I didn't, He's like, "No, I want to look you up. I want to see if you're funny, right?" And I was like, well, "Okay, whatever. I'm Shep Kelly." And he was like, "All right," and Google that, And then he says, "Well, where you headed?" I said, I'm going to New Orleans. I live in New Orleans." He said, "Oh yeah? When's the last time you had beignets?" I said, "What?" He was like, I was like, "I don't know." He's like, how many times have you eaten beignets?" And I was like, I don't know how many times. You don't know how many times you eaten beignets? He said, "No." Take you step out the car for me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, this is like we're on a, you know what I mean? Like, this is the real topsy-turvy situation, right? So I get out of the car, and he has the license when he's with the other cop on. They're standing at their hood, and I stand directly in front of like the dash, like so the headlights are like beaming on me at the back of my car, and I put my hands out at 45-degree angle. He says, why are you doing that?" And I said, "Because I want the camera to reflect that I'm not being aggressive, or that I'm not threatening. My hands are out here, and I can't be reaching for anything because they're out here." And he says, "So you think you're funny, huh, buddy? You got any bombs or anything in your car?" I said, "1, I'm a woman. 2, no." And so then he goes, "Haha, he says he's a woman." I was like, "I hope the camera picked that up." He goes, "Why don't you just have a good night?" And I get back in my car, and I go home. He never asked anything else. I never got a ticket, no nothing. And I was about to be on Mississippi Burning. It was a situation. I was about to be, if he thought I was a black male, I would have been on Mississippi Burning. Of course, they're not going to recreate the movie, so it's just going to be a case that got lost in files. But that's going to be the situation. It was strange. It was strange.
If a Mississippi police officer asked you if you eat beignets, you say yes.
Right. That's what I should have said. Yes, I do. I love beignets.
Yeah, that just tells me I'm good if I ever get pulled over. It's like, dude, I've had so many beignets. Like,
right. I'll bet.
Jacob be like, "I got some right here. You want one?"
Yeah, you want a fucking beignet, dude? Let me out of this.
That is frightening.
Crazy.
I had a weird thing that didn't happen directly to me, but it involved another New Orleans comic, Mike Hall, who I'm sure you know. I think he moved away, but he got pulled over while he was in Pascagoula, Mississippi here, and he got pulled over by a cop who I'm actually personally friends with. And I saw him get pulled over by a cop that I'm friends with while I'm driving behind him unknowingly. So I am coming off the ramp, watching Michael Hall get pulled over by a cop that I'm friends with. And he slings the door open, pulls his gun. It's like, "Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car!" And I turn my head and I see my friend getting pulled out of a car with my friend pointing a gun at him, telling him to get out of the fucking car, get on the hood. And it turns out that the car got stolen. It was stolen in New Orleans, and they retrieved it. And the cops in New Orleans didn't think it was important to put it in the paperwork that the car wasn't stolen anymore.
But here's my question. If you are in a stolen vehicle, does that mean you die?
No.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm not understand. Like, I think you go to jail for stealing a car.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, like,
there's no reason so many people have been killed in the past few years. I'm from Memphis, you know that, and that what happened up here in January.
Yeah.
With that dude, well, 6 people pulled him out of the car and started beating his ass.
Yep.
Was ridiculous, and then he ended up dead later on.
Yeah.
And they fired 7 cops and got 6 of them arrested and on trial for stuff. But dude, that was just too normal. That was just too normal for them. They looked like that was a regular occurrence. It was like trying to change their story. Yeah, he looked like he was on drugs. He had a gun. Shut up, dude.
That's not how you're supposed to die.
No,
like, you're supposed to be as high as you want to be, as long as you ain't causing nobody any issue.
No shit. Right.
You can be butt naked, high, walking, doing the handstand down I-10. Don't mean you're supposed to get shot.
Right.
100%. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't that guy like a kid too?
Yeah, he's a teenager.
So, I mean, 7 grown men were threatened by a teenager.
No, from my understanding, I don't want to, overspeak. There was somewhere at some point in the story, him and like somebody who one of the cops that pulled him out of the car and a girl, and involved like a girl, like maybe he, the girl liked him or he liked her, or they had a situation, and one of the cops was like pretty much like, we finally got your ass. Like now I can do what I want to do to you because of this other thing, this pre-existing thing. Yeah. So
Wow,
pretty strange. But even what the part I don't get is whenever there's like people trying to justify the killing by saying things like, "If you would have just behaved." Talking shit ain't supposed to get you killed by the police. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or like if like with the George Floyd situation, somebody goes, "Well, he was writing fraudulent checks." That's not how you die.
That's not a death penalty. That's not a death penalty for bounce a bad check. That's not a death penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So
people don't believe in due process anymore. It's what the hell.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
that's the thing that bugged me about the whole George Floyd thing. They're like, well, he was writing bad checks and all this stuff. I'm like, and that's supposed to be a death sentence? Like, right. Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the thing that he was doing at the time is he was like trying to sell loose cigarettes or something like that.
Nope, that's a different case.
That was someone else? That's sad that it's someone else that like that happened to.
I'll tell you one thing: if you eat 2 grilled cheese sandwiches back to back, that's how you die. Now that is how you die.
Right. That's a death penalty.
If at the court, I'll be like, okay, y'all, this is open shut case here. Well, I don't even know why we're arguing.
If you look at his finger, you can tell this. You can tell it was Hormel bacon.
Nice and greasy.
Oh shit! That shit dry, sir. You're not supposed to just be liquid in your arteries like that.
Dude, we're coming up on an hour. We're already at an hour. This was the fastest show ever.
Really?
Man. We only got an hour? Okay, go ahead. Let me go ahead and tell my punchline.
We haven't even told people about the show this week.
Why would we tell them about the fucking show, dude? Because they got to see what they're going to see. You know what I mean? They laughed for an hour. Come fucking June 9th at the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs. Buy a ticket for $10, which is a ridiculous price.
June 9th, Ocean Springs, the Juke Joint. It's going to be Shep Kelly. Funny ass person. I love Shep. It's going to be Jacob Craig, if he don't die by eating 4 more bacon sandwiches tonight. Myself. And here's going to be the fun part. Shep going to be funny shit. I'm going to be funny shit. We can take 5 minutes out of each of our time and make fun of Jacob on stage just because. And then afterwards, both Shep, myself, and Chandra, my girlfriend in here, will all be hitting on Jacob's mom. So stick around for that if you want to do anything. Stick around for us. It's basically whose mom is it tonight? That's what we play in a new game show. Whose mom is it going to be tonight? Because Jacob is going to go home and cry if either Shep or I take his mom home to his house because he'll be able to hear it through his little trailer walls. So I'm trying to upgrade her lifestyle for tonight and give her a good hotel room and just, console her while she's telling her dad, her husband, so sorry about your dad. So sorry your dad. Well, I need to console your mama. Hey, Shad, you want to help console Jacob's mom?
Hey, joke's on you, Mo. I'm from Mississippi. I'll take my own mom home, okay?
Listen, I'm only going to ask her one question.
Yeah.
She beignets.
If not, she's about to.
So Mo, since you're in town again, are you actually going to go get some Pleasance barbecue and used tires this time while you're here?
You gotta tell me where I'm gonna get there early enough that day. Tell me where we're gonna go get the used tires and barbecue because I want to find this place and slap the shit out of somebody.
It is right down the street from the Juke Joint. You can't miss it.
All right, I'm going.
And it's been a long time since I haven't seen you since the last Juke Joint show, and Shep, haven't seen you since the Jacks by the Tracks. I think about a year or so ago. So it's been a while.
That was a weird little night too. That night, woo.
Yeah. I think that was the night that I was telling my Pornhub joke, and then like that whole family of little kids came walking out, and I was like, "This is awesome."
The part that tripped me out about that night is you assume that the bathrooms are inside the venue.
Yeah.
But you have to go outside. There's a draft and everything, and then me on my way into the women's restroom, which is my correct restroom, I get stopped. I'm like, you don't have the right to stop me. This shit is outside. Like, I can go what I want to do.
Right.
Get the pronouns. This is unsatisfactory service.
It's a hole in the ground. It doesn't matter how I piss in it.
But everybody out there, let's go around the table. Let's start with Shep. Tell everybody where they can find you on the internet.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram or Facebook. I have a Twitter, but I don't really post. Shep Kelly Comedy. That's ShepKelly Comedy. No relation to Robert. Yeah, and I also have a website called GoToShows.com. It's GEAUX, the number 2, SHEAUX.com. All the updated shows are on there, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm in New Orleans and other places, so just find me.
Awesome. Mo, your turn. Tell everybody where to find you.
I need y'all all to do me a huge favor and follow me on Instagram, which is Moalexander, because comedy business has gotten to the point where it's not about how funny you are, it's how many damn followers you have. Yep. And if you're funny, that's a bonus. So I need you people to follow me on Instagram, Moalexander. My website is moalexander.net, N-E-T. That's .net. Moalexander is M-O Alexander. Just follow me everywhere. If you type in Moalexander, I'm the only dude you get into like the 13th page, and that's who you'll find. That's it.
And you can find me and Jacob. Just go follow at Open Micers on Instagram. You'll find both of us there. And I posted the colon brush picture a little while ago, and I tagged y'all in it. So
thank you, sir.
That's there forever.
So my quick question is: so where can we find Jacob's mom right now?
Hold on.
She's back to work yet?
Hold on.
She got a new job this last week. She's working at the liquor store.
Oh, wow.
She probably making his next grilled cheese sandwich.
My fiance's in there. You want to try to fuck her?
She's
a little young for you, I think.
How old is your fiance?
23, same age as me.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That's too young for me.
So
I don't know what to talk to a 23-year-old about. Like, I don't know.
Crackoons.
So, Jacob, what you got to throw out there before we leave?
June 9th, the Juke Joint, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Ticket link will be in the bio. I'm making Jason do work. I will be hosting the show. Mo will be headlining the show. Shep will be featuring the show. You've watched this episode, so you know it's going to be fucking funny. And for the rest of the month on Open Micers, we've got Caleb Sinan, Galen Nash, and Sam Talent. For my money, the funniest...
My brother Sam.
Yeah.
For my money, one of the funniest people working in the industry today. Sam fucking Talent is coming on this show.
Sam Talent and I did a show together. We did a show they do in Denver, Colorado called the Thick Skin Show. And one night we were both doing it, and we found out after the show that both of us had gone up to the host and producer of the show, like, hey, I don't have to follow Sam, does it? And he was like, I don't have to follow Mo. Neither of us wanted to follow each other because we're both stupid. But yeah, so Sam is my boy. You tell him that I'm trying to fuck your mother. You let him know. That
I will let him. That'll be the first thing I tell him when he logs on.
Mo
Alexander
wants to fuck my mom. That's what you do. Actually, after this week, Mo Alexander fucked my mom. You tell him that.
And I'm going to tell him that you want to fuck his mom too.
No, don't do that. No, his mom. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
All right, we're going to go ahead and walk out the door. And if you would like to follow us, you can go find us at openmicers.com. You can email us at openmicerspodcast@gmail.com. Go to our Linktree/openmicerspodcast. And, of course, go support us on Patreon, patreon.com/ompodcast. And that's going to do it for this week, and we will see you guys next week.
I don't want another grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, you so stupid. All right, look, y'all are fun, and I appreciate everything. Shep, you killed. You killed that last beignet a little bit. I just want to know who you like.
Before we go,
say
say goodbye to everybody that's going to be watching this on